Okay. Anything else? The answer is no. Honey nut treat. I like honey nut treats. Honey nut Cheerios. Definitely one of my favorite cereals. Anyway. What do we even have in here? We've got an ash pile. I love it that we can still loot the equipment off of an ash pile. Always makes me happy. And this looks to be where they poop. Uh-oh. Okay, good. We can get past them. Was worried about that for a second. Oh, I see. These side chambers are bed chamber type things. I'll take it. Yeah, we're slowly going to be able to refuel all of our potions and stuff. Okay, so that must be where that staircase leads, which is kind of not super useful. Oh. No, wait, this is where I came from. That's the entrance in. This goes to Skyrim. We need to get the key from what's her face upstairs, the collar. Before we can do anything with it. Did I checked out this side, yes? No. That looks like something I haven't been to yet. Okay, we have an alchemy lab. Oh, another unusual gem. Paper, dragon's tongue, apothecary satchel. I'm just gonna take all. I can only assume that that is everything that we could possibly want. Anything else in here? Some like 4G stuff, but not particularly useful. Okay, arcane enchanter. Not gonna boost it, obviously. I'm not sticking around. What can I disenchant? Eminent blocking. Magic of 4. And nothing else. Okay. I'm not gonna bother making anything here. Let's see about this alchemy lab. To be fair, I haven't needed a whole lot of health potions. Now that I have this better... healing one. Okay, anything else? Immediately? Guess we might as well get those. I'm probably gonna leave alchemy for a later date. The door is barred from the other side there, so that's probably how we get back down. Alrighty then. Looks like we've got goodies here. I don't know how much of it is worth looting. Filter of Vigor. They always seem to be so well fed around here. Ooh. Distraction increase. And my distraction's up to 46. Okay, so it's not terrible. Kinda sucks. The thigh is proving. I think we already have that one. Yeah, we already have that one. We already picked that one up at least. Anytime I see that quest thing, I'm probably gonna pick it up whether or not we actually need the quest for it. So we'll see. I don't know if picking up the loots are actually worthwhile at this point. But I do have a fair amount of carrying capacity, so it's not a bad deal. Unfortunately, I'm not actually finding a whole lot of actual goodies here. Huh. Yeah, it's just junk. Junk on shelves. Nothing more. Well, that's unfortunate. I was hoping there'd actually be good things. Okay. So with a name like the Collar, she'll probably summon things.
Is someone there?
Did I get it? Is this... Okay, that's hers. Well, she didn't live through that. Okay. So now absorbing... Ah, she's got the key. And wild healing. Dwarven helmet. To be fair, I'm not actually sure if the Dwarven helmet's particularly good, but still. Okay, so what, do we have anything else? Answer kind of looks to be a decided no. Yeah, I don't even bother with wardrobes anymore. They used to be something I'd look at, but now it's not really worth the effort. Okay, out of my way. I guess we're going in here. Oh, never mind. Wooden door, adept. That seems like the right way to go. Let's not go the right way. I don't know which ones of these. What is this thing? Shrine of Julianos. Alright. I don't actually know if we wanted to do that, but I'll take it. Let's see. And no, we haven't been in here yet. Okay. Just gonna burn through lockpicks here. I think the thing that annoys me most about lockpicks is the time it takes. Oh, did we level up? We did level up. The time it takes for them to reset. I know it's done that way specifically, so you can remember where your lockpick was, but I still find it kind of frustrating from my perspective. I prefer it to just go quick. I'll deal with the lost lockpicks. Yeah, none of this is particularly worthwhile. Okay. This place is a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be, and we're actually going on to another zone. Well, luckily they're throwing healing potions at us. It's usually a bad sign, but for me, I'll take it. Okay, let's start by prepping ourselves a bit. Let's go that. Let's go magic. Don't I have, like, armor, stone flesh? Yeah, for a while. Alright, let's go. I should probably use stuff like stone flesh.
You're the one who barged into my home and laid waste to my projects. How nice to meet you.
Who are you?
Names no longer matter. You may refer to me as the Caller. Now, do you have a reason for making such a mess?
I'm here for the books from the college.
So you're just one of Arin's lackeys. That's disappointing. You show real promise. You come here, kill my assistants, disrupt my work. You've annoyed me, so I don't think I'll be giving you anything.
May I please have those books?
Oh, now we're all please and thank you, are we? I'm afraid we're well beyond pleasantries. I'll allow you the opportunity to turn around.
Alternatively, fire breath to the face. And then an axe. And then another axe. Shit. Did I get her? Got her. Aha! Well, I succeeded. Alright. Ooh, blue. Oh, regeneration. That's mostly useless. Alright, well, she's dead. What's this? Fragment on Artaeum. The Isle of Artaeum, is the third largest island in the Somerset archipelago, located south of the Mordunon village of Potenza and west of the mainland village of Runesebe. It is best known for being home to the Sigic Order, perhaps the oldest monastic group in Tamriel. The earliest record of Sigics is from the 20th year of the First Era, and tells the tale of the renowned Breton sage and author Voronet, traveling to the Isle of Artaeum to meet with Lachesis, the Right Master. Oh, Iachesis, probably. Iachesis, yeah. The Right Master of the Sigics. Even then, the Sigics were the counselors of kings and proponents of the Elder Way, taught to them by the original race that inhabited Tamriel. The Elder Way is a philosophy of meditation and study said to bind the forces of nature to the individual will. It differs from Magicka in origin, but the effects are much the same. That said, it is perhaps more than coincidence that the Isle of Artaeum literally... books make me sleepy. Literally vanished from the shores of Somerset at the beginning of the Second Era, at the time of the founding of the Mages Guild in Tamriel. Various historians and scholars have published theories about this, but perhaps none but Iachesis and his own could shed light on the matter. 500 years passed, and Artaeum returned. The Sigics on the Isle consisted of persons, mostly elves, who had disappeared and were presumed dead in the Second Era. They could not or would not offer any explanation for Artaeum's whereabouts during that time, or the fate of Iachesis in the original Council of Artaeum. Currently, the Sigics are led by the Lore Master Solaris, who has presided over the Council of Artaeum for the last 250 years. The Council's influence in Tamriel politics is tidal. The kings of Somerset, particularly those of Mordunon, have often sought the Sigics' opinion. Emperor Uriel V was much influenced by the council in the early most glorious parts of his reign, before his disastrous attack on Akavir. It has even been suggested that the fleet of King Orghum of Piandonia was destroyed by a joint effort of Emperor Antiochus, and the Sigic Orator. The last 4 emperors, Uriel IV, Morathatha, Pelagius IV, and Uriel VII, have been suspicious of the Sigics enough to refuse ambassadors from the Isle of Artaeum within the Imperial City. The Isle of Artaeum is difficult to chart geographically. It's said that it shifts constantly, either at random or by decree of the Council. Visitors to the island are so rare as to be almost unheard of. Anyone desirous of a meeting with a Sigic may find contacts in Potenza and Runesor Bay, as well as many of the kingdoms in Somerset. Were it more accessible, Artaeum would be a favored destination for travelers. I have been to the isle once, and still dream of its idyllic orchards and clear pastures, its still and silent lagoons, its misty woodlands, and the unique Sigic architecture that seems to be as natural as its surroundings, as well as wondrous in its own right. The Sepra Tower, in particular, I would study, for it is a relic from a civilization that predates the High Elves by several hundred years, and is still used in certain rites by the Sigics. Perhaps one day I might return. Note, the author is currently on the Isle of Artaeum by gracious consent of Master Sargenius of the Council of Artaeum. Oh right, we should actually probably pick up the book. Okay, so we've got 1.
Hey, watch it.
Sorry. What's the next one? Night of Tears. Night of Tears, Draenor Seleth. Wait, hold on. That is totally the symbol from The Last Guardian. What? Alright, Sarthol holds a prominent place in Skyrim history, even if most do not remember it by name. It is of course the site of one of the most major Nord settlements, one of the first cities of men in Skyrim, and the earliest known capital of their civilization. It was also the site of terrible bloodshed, when the elves attempted to drive the Nords out of Skyrim, to succeed only in incurring their wrath in form of Ysgramor and his fabled 500 companions, who swept the elves from Skyrim and firmly established it as the home of the Nords. All this is known, but little else. What happened on that Night of Tears when Sarthol was razed to the ground? What provoked the elves to such a deliberate and vicious attack? And what prompted such a severe response from the Nords? Vingalmo's treatise on the Altmer incident suggests that the elves in the Merithic era, along with their counterparts, the early Dreamer, possessed a degree of sophistication unparalleled in Tamriel. They displayed power beyond what could be expected at the time. While distinct explanations not given for this, I believe that this work, compared with the early writings of Hesef Cyrenus, suggests that something greater was at work on that night in Sarthol. The true motives behind the Night of Tears have been obscured to us by the passage of time, but I believe this was not a simple war of territory or control over Skyrim. I believe that what happened was a significant event based around something very particular. The Nords found something when they built their city, buried deep in the ground. They attempted to keep it buried, but the elves learned of it and coveted it for themselves. Thus they assaulted Sarthol, their goal not to drive the Nords out, but to secure this power for themselves. I believe Ysgramor knew something of what the elves would find under Sarthol, and rallied together his people to keep the elves from gaining it. When the Nords once again controlled Skyrim, this power was buried deep below the earth and sealed away. Time has kept this knowledge from us, but it is my hope that time will also reveal the truth of these words. Every effort will be made to relocate Sarthol and find that which has been lost to us. Alright, I'm supposed to pick up the book. Okay, last one. Last king of Aelids, Hermiasina. The Aelids, or the Highland High Elves, ruled Cyrodiil in the long ages of myth, before the beginning of recorded history. One of the earliest recorded dates, in fact, was the fall of White Gold Tower in 1E 243, which is commonly assumed to mark the end of the Aelids. Though the Aelid rule over all of Cyrodiil was indeed broken in 1E 243, this is only one of the most obvious stages near the end of the long decline. The first 2 centuries of the First Era saw increasing strife between the great Aelid lords of Cyrodiil. Alyssa appears to have taken advantage of the period of civil war to launch her uprising. Imperial historians have traditionally attributed her victory to the intervention from Skyrim, but it appears that she had at least as much help from the rebel Aelid lords during the siege of the White Gold Tower. The popular image of the Aelids as brutal slave masters is based in fact, of course, but it is less well known that a number of Aelid princes continued to rule parts of Cyrodiil after 243, as vassals of the new Empress of Cyrodiil. This suggests that either Aelid rule was not universally detested, or that Alyssa and her successors were more pragmatic than is traditionally believed, or perhaps some of both. In any event, excavations at a number of Aelid sites show continued occupation and even expansion during the so-called Late Aelid period. At first, many Aelid lords continued to rule as vassals of some of the new human regime. In some cases, Aelid supporters of Alyssa were even rewarded with new lands taken from slain enemies. It's not clear to what extent human slavery continued under the Cyrodiilic Empire. Humans continued to dwell in the Aelid-ruled areas of Cyrodiil, but there's nothing definitive to show under what terms. This was an uneasy relationship from the beginning and was not destined to last long. Resentment at the continued presence of Aelid nobles within the empire was a contributing factor to the rise of the so-called Alyssian order founded by Maruk. The first victims of the Alyssians were the Aelids of Cyrodiil. In the early 300s, the surviving Aelid communities in human-ruled areas were obliterated by one, the refugees temporarily swelling the power of the remaining Aelid lordships. Wow, this goes on forever. Okay, 2 more pages. Then, in 361, the Alyssians gained control of the empire and forced the Alyssian doctrines throughout the domain. The Aelid lordships were abolished. Enforcement of this decree does not appear to have required much direct violence. It seems that by this point the balance of power was so overwhelmingly against them that the fate so long foreshadowed that most of the remaining Aelids simply left Cyrodiil, eventually being absorbed into the elven populations of Valenwood and High Rock. Indeed, the rise of the Durrani hegemony may be linked to this exodus of the Aelids from Cyrodiil, a connection so far little studied by historians. Still, a remnant Aelid population seems to have survived the rule of the Alyssians, because we hear of the last king of the Aelids during the Battle of Glenumbria Moors, where the Durranis decisively defeated the Alyssians in 482. How this king's people survived the preceding century is unknown. We do not even know who they were, although recent research points to Alada as the possible resting place of this last king. Unfortunately, in the current state of the empire, funds are no longer available for the proper scientific investigation of such extensive ruins, so the answer to these questions will have to be left for future generations. Thank you. Okay. I think the last one was a little bit less useful than the others, which kind of sucks. Anyway. We get a trapdoor. Ooh. Trapdoor filled with not trapdoor. Area filled with goodies first. A lot of goodies. Okay, rest is pretty much just food and money, I think. Large sack has apples. Large sack has cabbage. Alright. Anything else? Doesn't look like it. Okay. Maybe I should have taken the trapdoor. Let's go back and take the trapdoor. Because, yeah, this is the way we came in. So the assumption would be take the trapdoor, maybe go faster. I'm not actually sure. Maybe we're right outside the... Oh, this is the barred door. Is there anything in here? Not really. Okay. But it's an easy exit from here. Hey. Okay. Well, I guess we might as well level up and go turn some of these things in. Unless there's anything else we need to do out here. I somehow find that suspect. Yep, nope, nothing. Alright. I guess we'll start by going to Winterhold. Talk to the first guy. I gotta figure out how to get Azura's star working specifically. Huh, interesting. I tried to pull up the Steam overlay to look things up during the loading screen, and now it seems to have locked my entire... mouse and interface. Okay, here we go. So somebody warned me that if you screw this one up, you lose access to the star. So I kind of want to make sure I got it. Alright. You gonna load, or do I have to Alt-Tab, or... Oh, here we go. Okay. Let's look this one up. Okay. Let's see. During the second half of the quest, the choice to give the starter Arania Lenieth will lead the Dragonborn to be offered the Ashura's Star. Okay, Black Star. I just want to make sure I get this one. Okay, so we've got that. So what's the difference between Ashura's Star and the Black Star? Okay, holds black and white souls. Okay. So the trade-off for getting the Black Star is you wouldn't get Arania as a follower. Oh. Yeah, I don't care. Alright. So we're here, let's put the axe away, let's go talk to this guy. And let's go see what the continuation. I don't like looking up spoilers, but I did actually kind of want to make sure I could keep it.
Come on in. Let me know if you need anything, or take a seat by the fire and I'll send someone over.
Okay. What the?
I told you what you wanted to know.
There you are.
Stendarr's mercy. You found it. Azora's star. Maybe this is my chance to make things right. I can finish Malin's work, the way we had meant to before his madness. It would mean cutting the star off from Azora. Only black souls would be able to enter it once we finished.
Let's do it.
Give me a minute to examine the star. I'll see what we'll need to do. These fissures and cracks aren't encouraging. Malin obviously was growing more desperate once he left the college. He did it. He actually managed to trap his own soul inside the star, but it's falling apart. It needs more and more souls to sustain itself. The star is being used to sustain Malin's soul. I can't fix it while that fragment of him is inside.
So we need to deal with Malin somehow.
Precisely. But it's not as simple as enchanting Malin away. He's put up barriers. Souls are only allowed in, not out. If we were to somehow send a soul inside the star, one that was ready to overpower Malin from the inside.
You want to send my soul inside, don't you?
A special type of soul trap, placing you inside the star without fully killing you. Once Malin has been dealt with, I'll bring you back. I understand if you need some time to prepare. Let me know when you're ready.
Yippee-ki-yay, let's do it.
Okay, stand very still. This might sting. First, I'll need to get hold of your soul. Now, take a deep breath.
Yeah, I'm gonna go kill a wizard.
My disciples have sent me a fresh soul. Good. I was getting hungry. Why? There's something different about you.
You can't escape your fate, Malin.
And who are you to challenge me? I have conquered mortality itself. I've spat in the eyes of the Daedric Lords. This is my realm now. I've sacrificed too much to let you take it from me.
Yeah, no. Okay, so where'd he go? Oh, I can loot this thing. Doing that, and we've over-encumbered ourselves. That's my favorite. Alright, let's put some points into stamina for the time being. And let's consider what we're going to do. I'm going to put one into alchemy. Experimenter. Hidden ingredient reveals all effects. I'm going to pick that one up, because that's, like, stupid useful. Okay, next up, enchanting. How's my enchanting doing? Or heavy armor. Can I get the thing at the very end here? Is this even worthwhile? Not really. I'll think about the rest later. Two-handed. What about my weapons? Unfortunately, the perks from this tree are a little weird. Bisect. What's the last one? Oh. Huh. That's kind of interesting. Probably not that useful, though. Okay, so the enchanting one that we want, not Battle Mage, Twin Enchantment, requires 80. Okay. Why am I floating? Oh, I'm still encumbered. Okay. What here has the most amount of weight? For the least amount of value. So we have the Ebony Warhammer, but that's totally worth having. Orcish Warhammer, not so good. All of these are total garbage. Alright. There we go. I'm not trying to escape you. I'm trying to kill you. Oh shit. He brought friends. Ow. Okay, these Dremora hurt real bad. I'll take it. Damn it. Alright, glad I saved. Okay, this place hurts a little bit more. Maybe we should try fire? Or not fire. We should try shooting at them from a distance. Might be a better idea. Or bringing them back up here with me. Because if there's only two, maybe we can have a chance here. Actually, do these guys have fire resistance? Hell if I know. Let's see, where's my Atronach? Alright, let's see if we can get some help here. Let's see if I can get them in the face without getting my... Atronach. Seems like it's not working so hot. Yeah, it's working okay. Messes up their skis pretty well. There we go. Alright, guess we're just going full archery here for a second. Uh-oh. These guys just have iron crap. Alright, whatever, that worked out amazingly well, so I guess I'm gonna stick with archery for a second. Wow. This is stupid. Are you anything? No, you're not. Alright. So he can heal himself. Surprising no one. I don't know who this vision is, but you know what? There we go.
Malin's enchantments are broken. Hold on. I'm going to pull your soul out of there. Brace yourself.
Well, I want his stuff. Okay, hold on. We really need to drop some of this garbage. Orcish sword, iron sword. Alright, let's see if there's anything else in here that I absolutely must grab before we get pulled out. I'm glad I looted him before we went. Yeah, no, it doesn't look like there's anything. Alright, well that's fine. I don't know how we looted stuff from a soul, but whatever.
Let me know if you want anything. Think I got a clean mug around here somewhere.
Easy there. The numbness will pass. Just don't strain yourself. We've done it. The star has been cut off from Azora, and Malin's soul finally has some measure of peace, even if it is non-existence.
Oh, what do we do with it now?
Now, You could use it for what we meant it for, using black souls for enchanting. The black star will never decay, but it can no longer hold the white souls of lesser creatures. You keep it. I'd sooner finally put this chapter of my life behind me. Congratulations. You've changed the fate of a Daedric artifact and lived.
Hey! What has he got for
Spells and
sale?
incantations for those with the talent to cast them.
Ooh, looks like he's got some goodies. First, let's sell things. Everything with value. So we don't want to sell Azura's Star for obvious reasons. But all these rings that I'm carrying around, yeah, we can get rid of those. Yeah, I'm probably going to get rid of most of these that we don't need. Yeah, anything that has... Ugh, it's awful. Anything that's enchanted that we don't have a use for. So I'm not going to be able to do anything with like half of these. And that's okay, because actually that's kind of the point. I don't know about that staff. We'll see about that in a second. These staves we can get rid of. All these robes. All these robes. Yeah, we're actually going to have some money again. Weird. Not used to that. Alright, anything else? Doesn't look like it. Okay, now let's immediately spend all of our money on cool things. Atronach Mark. I don't know, it's not particularly useful. Soul Trap, we know about that. Welling Blood. Huh. Interesting, looks like some of these are actually a little bit better. Ghost Walk. No. Pale Shadow? No. Let's see. Steadfast Ward. Unfortunately, it seems like most of these are just spells that we already know. Sadly. Alright, that's fine. Oh, right. No. I'm not done yet.
Spells and incantations for those
Alright.
with the talent to cast
I forget. He has soul gems to sell to me. Alright, now that we've gotten those, actually, can I afford all of them? I can. Alright, now we are poor. But that's okay. Can I... Uh-oh. Thank you. Turns out just sprinting into them solves the problem. Alright, so I'm dirt poor again, but we have a lot more soul gems. That's a good thing. And we've got the black star, so that means permanent enchanting. All I have to do is kind of ferry myself back and forth between murdering a person, stealing their soul, and rinse repeat forever. It'll take a while, but it'll be okay.